Welcome to the Short Track Showdowns at Bowman Race Stadium, the fourth race of the Shiny Wax Piston Cup Series season. Today's race will be a little bit different. There will be two 9-lap races, halved fields. So if one driver races in one race, they won't race in another one, and the race order is determined by qualifying. Dirksen D'Agostino will start on the pole for today's race. Carl Clutchen alongside him in second, Parker Breakson, Murray Clutchburn, Speedy Comet, Jack DePost, Jake Schiff, Bobby Rotesta, Max Loader, Floyd Mulvihill, and Matthew Overtaker. The top half of the field in the first race. Then Jimmy Cables, Bruce Miller, Reb Meeker, Ralph Carlo, Greg Candyman, Hall Ingas, Terry Cargas, Sporty Rodson, Paunchy Wipeout, Rev Rodages, Nick Reckley, and John Flushman are the starting lineup for the first race. Here we go, lap 1 of 9 in the first race of tonight. Here we go. Dirksen D'Agostino down into turn number 1. He's going to poke out to a lead over Carl Clutchen, and it looks like he's going to clear the 15 out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 here. D'Agostino pulls down in front of Parker Breakson, and it looks like he will lead lap 1 from the pole. D'Agostino enters lap 2 with Breakson on his tail, keeping him honest back there. Clutchen has slid in behind Breakson in third position right now. Down the backstretch once again, crazy racing going on in the back of the pack. D'Agostino down into 3 and 4, and Breakson trying to catch him, but that 34 car looks like he's the fastest on the track right now. Lap 3 is underway, down into turns 1 and 2. Breakson trying to close the gap just a little bit on D'Agostino, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. And oh, trouble! Jimmy Cables goes around Bruce Miller, Ralph Carlo, and Reb Meeker around and hard into the wall in turn number 1. Bringing out our first caution of tonight's festivities. See, looks like Jimmy Cables just tries to slide in front of Bruce Miller, but doesn't quite fit, and Miller gets rear-ended by Carlo. Dang, Greg Candyman, a great job avoiding there. Reb Meeker, an innocent bystander just like Carlo, both swept up into it. All 4 drivers will be out of the race as we take the green flag. Lap 5 of 9, down into turn 1, Clutching to the inside, and around they go! D'Agostino up in the wall and a hard crash! Carl Clutchen, Speedy Comet, Jake Schiff, Dirk D'Agostino, Murray Clutchburn, and they are all involved. A hard crash for all of these guys. See, down into turn 1, looks like Clutchen gets a better start, and oh, yeah, just gets into D'Agostino and up into Comet. In the wall goes D'Agostino, Max Loader into the back of Murray Clutchburn, that's who I was trying to say. And everyone else swept up into it. Max Loader, though, is the only one that has suffered significant damage enough to knock him out of the race. 3 laps to go here. Oh, Floyd Mulvihill tries to get into turn 1. He slams on the brakes, and Parker Breakson gets out with the lead still. How about Greg Candyman? We just mentioned he had an amazing dodge during that wreck inside of Jack DePost, going for second, and he's going to clear him. I don't know what happened there. It looks like Floyd Mulvihill just locked up the brakes going into turn 1, and he's going to slide far back. Tough break for him. But Parker Breakson now trying to outrun Greg Candyman, who's trying to chase down the old days when he was one of the dominators of this sport. In what may be his final season, he's finally showing some competitive flair. White flag is in the air. One more time around for Parker Breakson. Greg Candyman trying to catch him. It doesn't look like he is going to be able to. Oh! Breakson loose! Candyman to the inside! Side by side down into turn number 3. Candyman trying to win. Here comes Breakson trying to hang on the outside. Oh, around goes Candyman. Bobby Rotesta over the top of him. And oh my goodness, side by side at the line. I don't know who it was. Let's see here with the replay. And Jack DePost will finally get his first win in the Shiny Wax Piston Cup Series. Wow, what a race and what a heartbreak for both Greg Candyman and Parker Breakson. Now race 2 will start. Todd Marcus will start on the pole for today's race, and last week's winner, Darren Leadfoot, will start inside the top 5. He will start 5th alongside Chase DeLoop. As mentioned, Todd Marcus on the front row alongside Dino Draftsky, who's been strong all season. Rex Revler, T.G. Castlenut, and Darren Leadfoot, the top 5. Both Marcus and Leadfoot have wins this season. Chase DeLoop, Chip Gearings, Ernie Gearson, Ricky Axel, Lane Locke, Tommy Highbanks, the top 10. Or top 11, rather. Marcus Kranzler, Alan Carbonfizz in his first race. Brian Spark, Doug Throttleman, Heaven Downhill, Austin Lawkins, Buck Bearingley, Phil Tankson, Slider Petrolski, Austin Wolf, and... that must be a glitch with our graphic here. Slider Petrolski registered twice. Anyway, green flag lap 1 of 9 is underway. Todd Marcus down into turn number 1. It looks like he is going to... Yes, he will clear Dino Draftsky down into turn number 1. Down through turns 3 and 4, Marcus, much like D'Agostino in the race before him, or in the race before this one, will lead lap 1 from the pole with Rex Revler trying to give chase. Marcus and Revler down through turns 1 and 2, as it looks like Dino Draftsky is falling back through the pack. He will, unlike Carl Clutchin, was not able to get to the inside, and he is going to get freight trained here. Todd Marcus will lead lap number 2 as Revler trying to keep up with him, but so far not succeeding. Here comes Darren Leadfoot right into the battle. Last week's winner looking very strong as of late. The defending champion trying to catch up with these guys, but Marcus appears to have a lock on the field right now. He will lead lap number 3, going down into turn 1, and around goes Lane Locke! Marcus Kranzler and Brian Spark both collected, but they all save it somehow, and they will all keep going. What a save by Lane Locke, Marcus Kranzler, and Brian Spark. Getting ready to restart on lap 6. Here we go, down into turn 1. And, around goes Marcus in a huge crash! Just like in the last race, a massive accident. This one's going to bring out the red flag, as unlike the one in the last race, Slider Petrolski upside down. Jeez. Anyway, oh man, just like in the last race, but a lot worse in this instance. Only a couple cars went around in the first race, but here it's half the field. See, Darren Leadfoot just going to get into Todd Marcus entering the corner. Rex Revler around, Dino Draftsky, Chip Gearings, Ernie Gearson, T.G. Castlenut, Ricky Axel, and then Tommy Highbanks spins into Alan Carbonfizz, and somehow, somewhere, Slider Petrolski gets upside down. 6 cars out of the race in this wreck. A total of 8 more involved, so 14 of the 22 cars in this race involved in that crash. Getting back ready to restart with 2 laps to go. The short track showdowns are about to end. Doug Throttleman now finds himself in the lead after getting through the wreck. He's going to get pushed by Austin Lawkins down into turns 1 and 2, and Throttleman will clear Phil Tankson. How about Austin Lawkins coming up the inside of Tankson, and it looks like he's going to give chase to Doug Throttleman, as Throttleman and Lawkins going for their first wins. White flag is in the air one more time around. Here comes Lawkins trying to get to the bumper of Throttleman, but he gets through the corner really well. He's pulling on Lawkins, entering turns 3 and 4. Lawkins gonna bump him! Throttleman sideways! He's gonna save it! But Austin Lawkins will come off turn 4 and will win his first career race. Doug Throttleman not happy at all. But Lawkins will win his first race, and the legacy of misery for Doug Throttleman continues as he and Jack DePost do dual burnouts. He and Lawkins, or Lawkins and he, that is. Here are the point standings after 4 races so far. You can see where your favorite driver is. Darren Leadfoot continues to hold on to the points lead. The top 3 remain unchanged, but Doug Throttleman all the way up to 4th, and Austin Lawkins jumps to 6th. So here are the comparative finishing results from both races. Jack DePost and Austin Lawkins both getting their first wins. Bobby Rotesta and Heaven Downhill finished second in their respective races. Strong runs for them. Floyd Mulvihill and Doug Throttleman will finish third. Both choked late in the race. In Throttleman's case, he just got moved. Looking back through the field, Dirk D'Agostino led the most laps in the first race, but unable to close it off after being involved in an accident. Well, I hope you guys like this style of racing. If you did, let me know down in the comments below. Have a great day.